Hey friends, welcome back to the Mama Doc Baby Doc podcast.
Hi, I'm Renda, a board certified OBGYN physician.
And I'm Rachel, a board certified pediatrician and Renda's daughter. We're so glad you joined us today for another episode.
And this episode is all about packing your hospital bag. What should you put in your bag to take with you to the hospital for your birth? And when should you get it ready?
Well, if you've listened to my birth story episode, then you know how packing my hospital bag went. Spoiler alert, I didn't pack it. And my water broke at midnight. And I was waddling around my house with a towel between my legs because my water was broken, trying to throw stuff in a bag in a hurry. So I really wanted to talk about this topic in particular because there's so many opinions as there are about everything out there, and I think I was really overwhelmed, and that was one of the reasons that I procrastinated so much in packing my bag.
Yeah, and this is another time that everyone has an opinion about what you might need to take with you to the hospital for your birth.
Yeah, everyone has an opinion. But, ultimately, despite what all the social media influencers tell you and everyone that you work with and family members, despite everyone's opinions, honestly, you don't really need to take anything. The hospital has all the things that you could possibly need. So they have gowns, they have toiletries, they have all of the postpartum supplies you're going to need. They give you free food. So, you don't really need
It's not free.
anything. Oh, that's true. It's not free. You will pay for it, but you're paying for it anyway, so you might as well eat it. Um, but ultimately you don't need anything. They even have everything for baby. They have hats, blankets, diapers, wipes, baby wash, nasal suction, bottles, formula, all of the medications you take, they'll have to give you, I mean, most of the medications that you would be taking. And then any medication that you need for baby, they're going to have all of those things.
But there may be some things that are just nice to have, right? I mean, it might be more comfortable to have your own toothbrush rather than the one they give you there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, true. Yeah. Okay, true. But okay, so this is what I packed in my bag in the middle of the night, running around. um, I did end up grabbing a nightgown to wear after delivery. It was just like a long black nightgown that I got from Target. And I did grab that last minute, thankfully. And I was really glad that I had it because it was really comfy. And because it was a nightgown, it was easy to go to the bathroom. It was easy to pull up when they do your little belly checks after you give birth. So I was glad I had that. I did pack a robe, which I was glad I had because it was cold in the hospital and kind of nice to throw on and just kind of waddle around in my room. I packed slippers, which, same as the robe, it was nice to have some shoes to slide on and off easily while walking around the room and then getting back in bed. I did end up grabbing a phone charger, one that was
Okay,
really
now
long.
that
And
has to be a necessity because
yeah.
you have to send photos to your family and they're all going to be calling you and texting you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have like working in the hospital, I have lots of patients who'll forget their phone charger and ask at the nurses station, and
Mhm.
they'll normally have one and they can help you charge your phone.
Right.
But it's nice to have your own, right? And one thing mine I packed was really, really long one, which I was glad I did because all of the plugs are like behind the bed and you have
Oh, they're
to.
so far away, right?
They're really far, so it was nice to have one that was really long that could reach to the bed, so I didn't have to like get in and out of bed. Um, I also brought a change of clothes for going home, and I brought leggings and a sweatshirt. And I think the biggest thing when I was watching, things on social media and on the internet about what to bring was they said nothing tight or uncomfortable for going home, which I
Oh,
was really
definitely.
glad. Yeah, that's a really good piece of advice. Like, I literally brought leggings that I had been wearing when I was pregnant. So they were really stretchy and comfy, and then just a sweatshirt. So, Yeah, nothing tight or uncomfortable. And then I had grabbed some of the Freedom Mom products. I got the Freedom Mom Perry bottle, which we've talked about in another episode too. Um, they'll give you a Perry bottle in the hospital, so you can use that one, and it's fine. It works great. But the Freedom Mom one, the nozzle of it is at an angle, so you don't have to kind of like move your arm in weird angles to kind of get to where you need it to go. So I liked that one a lot, and I used it most of the time. It was really nice, and I even used it when I came home. So I feel like that product is worth the money, and I'm glad I brought it with me. Some of the other Freedom Mom things that I bought, like the perennial foam and the ice packs, I didn't really use those. I did try the perennial foam, and it was fine, but I didn't really need it. I used it once. And then the ice packs I didn't really use. I didn't even use the ones the hospital gave me, honestly. So, those take it or leave it, but the Perry bottle was really worth the money.
So I will tell
Other
you, Rachel, that some moms that push for a really long time will be super swollen down there. And
Yeah.
then the ice packs will come in handy. I think you had JJ, it didn't take you too long. You pushed him out pretty
Very
quick.
fast.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people who have different deliveries, they might need, the ice packs and things like that. But I didn't really use it or need it.
But they have them at the hospital too, right?
Right. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Then I also did grab my toothbrush, my toothpaste, my face moisturizer, my hairbrush, my deodorant, those things as well. And that was really nice to have. I actually only stayed in the hospital for a little over 24 hours. And might be kind of gross, but I didn't shower there. The shower there was weird in my room. So I didn't bring all of the like shampoo and conditioner and things like that. But if most people stay at like 48 hours, so at that point you're probably going to want to shower.
Yeah.
So you might want to bring shower stuff too, but I did not. And then the last thing I grabbed really fast out the door was my emotional support water cup, which happened to be this one exactly. But they have the big water cups there too, so you don't really need one of those either.
Right. Well, that's great, Rachel. I think you did an excellent job packing in a hurry after your water broke.
Yep.
But what did you forget? What did you wish you would have brought and wish you had?
Yeah, I ended up actually sending John home. I was like, here's a list of things that I need. Go grab this. So I did have him grab for me a computer to watch Netflix on. They had a TV in my room, but it was really small and it was only like a few channels. And so I had him grab my computer for me so I could watch my TV shows. I actually watched Love is Blind while I was in the hospital. And then I had him grab a going home outfit for JJ because I didn't bring anything for JJ. And then, yeah, someone at one of our showers gave us like this little round wooden sign that was like a welcome to the world sign, and I put his little weight on it. So I had John grab me that and like a marker to write on it with because I had forgot everything for JJ. Also a car seat. We did not even open the car seat from the box before we went to the hospital. So John had to like YouTube how to put it into the car and all the while I was in the hospital. So sorry about that. But yeah, he did a great job. And so you might want to get that done ahead of time and have it ready in the car just in case. And then snacks. I didn't bring any snacks or food with me. And, they do give you breakfast, lunch, dinner. And, normally it's a lot of food and you can have it. But, like, I wanted, like, some chips.
You like
like
to snack.
Coke.
You're a snacker.
Yeah, I'm a snacker. I am. So I wish I would have brought some snacks too. Yeah.
So now, as you think back on it, are there some things that might have to have, but maybe you didn't have that now maybe if you were packing a bag for the hospital, you might actually pack to take?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things like I talked about, more toiletries. Like if I had stayed longer, shower stuff, my own towel, because I like the big, bath sheets. I don't want the little tiny
Because you're
bath
spoiled.
towels. I am. And like some makeup. I didn't have any makeup, and we took pictures, and I look like pale as a ghost. Some lotion too, because hospitals are so dry. And like chapstick too for my lips. And then a lot of people bring shower shoes with them. So if I had brought my shower stuff, I probably would have brought shower shoes too. And maybe some hair ties, to tie my hair up. I just left my hair down. I barely brushed it. I think I brushed it once. I was a mess. Other things like my own pillow and my own blanket.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have brought that or not. It's nice to have your own things from home, but I wouldn't have wanted it to get gross and nasty. So,
Yeah, you
I
don't
don't
want
know.
it during labor, but after delivery, it might be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. One thing that I used at home after I got back home were some diapers for me. Some like adult size diapers. And I got like the Always Depends brand, and they were really nice. They smelled good. Um, and I wish I would have brought those, because the mesh underwear that the hospital they're kind of hard to. They give you mesh undies and a pad, but it's like hard to like maneuver and get in there. I don't know.
Some
Just a
people
diaper.
love those fishnet mush underwear, Rachel. They
Mm-mm,
find them really
no.
attractive. No? Okay.
Nobody finds them attractive. Oh, but diapers are nice. And we actually had to do like a Target pickup run after we left the hospital, because I didn't have that. And like the what are the little tux pads? I loved those from the
Oh,
hospital.
those are the,
I
yeah.
Yeah, those are so nice. And I wish I would have had those at home, like a stash of them at home for me, because we also had to do like a Target run for those too. So, but I wish I would have brought diapers to the hospital with me. Um, a speaker like for music, because this is going to be so weird, but when I was pushing him out, there was nothing in the room. It was dead silent. The TV wasn't on, there was no speaker or sound or music, and in between pushes it was really awkward. I just remember like staring at the doctor, staring at John, like, okay, this is really weird. So I would have brought a speaker with like some music to play or something. A nursing pillow, would have been nice to bring to the hospital with me. I didn't bring anything like that. I didn't bring anything for JJ at all. And then, some people really love having their own labor gown. I've heard pros and cons for the labor gowns. The same thing, like it's going to get really gross and
It's
nasty.
going to get disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so why would you have it? But if you're in labor for like over 24 hours or a whole day, I could understand wanting like something nice and comfy to wear that you can kind of walk around in, that's not a gown. So I can understand people wanting that. Um, and then extra PJs just in case, because I only brought the one pair of PJs. So if it would have got dirty, I would have been out of luck. And then an extra set of clothes just in case too, because you never know. I didn't bring a baby blanket. I wish I would have brought. They have the hospital baby blankets, but
Sure.
if
Yeah.
you're gonna take pictures, you might want a baby blanket that's nice and looks nice. And then a pen. We didn't bring a pen, and there's so much that you have to sign. I ended up stealing the nurses on accident. So I feel like it would be nice to have your own pen. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of a pen snob, so nobody takes my pen. But so Rachel, what about John? What about John? I want to know about John because okay, so it's really fun. Rachel's husband is incredibly tall. He's a giant. And I remember that you sent me a picture of John laying on this little tiny pull-out sofa, and he was hanging off. He really didn't even fit on that sofa. It looked like, I don't know, he was on some little child's so far
Yeah.
something. It's really
I'll
funny.
have to post
Yeah,
that picture on the Mama Doc Baby Doc Instagram because it's
that's a good
really
idea.
funny. He shows it to
Yeah.
everybody because he was like, it was the middle of the night. It was midnight. And so he was asleep on this little tiny, it was like a windowsill that they had for dads to sleep on. And
Hmm.
he's 6'7", so he was like all scrunched up, and they didn't give him a blanket, and so he has like his coat over top of him. It's really funny. Poor John. No, but I'm just kidding. Yeah, he didn't pack anything, and when we left the house, he didn't bring anything for him. So your partner might want to have a bag packed for them too, for sure. A pillow and blanket, because there's no guarantees they're gonna get those in the hospital. Like he
So
didn't have
our
those
hospital
things.
always gives dad a pillow and a blanket. Just so you know, some hospitals do.
How
Okay,
nice.
go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, I'm sure he would not want to hear about that because he was not happy.
Yeah.
For them, a change of clothes and some toiletries too, because most dads spend the night and stay there with mom and baby, and so he'll want those things too, snacks and drinks. Our hospital was really nice. The nurses, they told us, when you go to order your food, just keep order as much as they'll let you order, because you can also feed dad with that food. So every time I would order extra food to see how much I could get to order for him, but that might not be the case everywhere. And so he might want to have or she might want to have snacks, drinks, that kind of thing too. Entertainment for them, because it can get really boring for them. Like, I remember just staring off into space because I was zoned out. I don't know, but I'm sure for them it can get really boring. So computer, phone, books, something for them to do. Um, and I've seen on Instagram some dads who'll bring like their PlayStations and set them up in the hospital room. I think the nurses will make fun of you if you try to do that, but you definitely can try. And then a fan. There's like, I don't know if you know who the Kelsey brothers are, but there's this funny part of, I don't know, their documentary where the Jason Kelsey, he brings a fan to the hospital with him
Mhm.
for the when the wife is having the baby, and
To
she's
fan
like, "Don't you?"
himself, not to fan her. She's going to be
Yeah,
hot.
for himself, and she's
Okay.
like, "Don't you bring that fan?" But it's pretty funny. So your partner might want a fan too, because some hospitals get hot. You never know. And one thing I really planned to do was to make thank you baskets for the nursing staff with like little items that they might need while they're on shift. Because I remember working in the hospital, and when people did stuff like that, it was so nice, and we all really appreciated it. But I really wanted to put like drinks in there, water, energy drinks, snacks, and like little things that would be nice to say thank you. But I wasn't even prepared for myself. So I didn't get to
Aw.
do that, but I really wish that I would have been able to do that for them.
Aw. And also, when you leave the hospital, you want to take all the supplies with you. So those things have already been charged to you. You're going to pay for them anyway. So all the baby diapers, any of the wipes, all the
Yes.
supplies that they give you for baby and for you, just take them with you because they're yours, right?
Yes, that's so true. Grab everything, all of the postpartum supplies for you, and get extra if you can, because you'll need them for a couple weeks after. The pads, the mesh undies, the ice packs, the
That you love.
dermaplast. Yeah. But if you love them in the hospital, get them, get more. Um,
Mhm.
really grab tucks. Those are amazing. Grab more of those, the Dermaplast, and take your Peri bottle with you if you don't have the Freedom Mom one. You can always buy extra at the store of all of those things. Like I grabbed extra tucks pads at Target. But grab them from the hospital, might as well. And then all the baby supplies too. So diapers, wipes, blankets, the hats, the nasal bulb suction. Make sure you grab that because you'll
Mm.
want that for when they have colds later on in life. the baby wash. And then don't forget the little sentimental things like the name tag that's on their bassinet and the baby's hospital band. I still have JJ's hospital band that was around his little ankle. But in the end, like we said, you don't need anything. And most people live close enough to have your partner or a family or friend, family member or friend to run home and grab stuff for you if you forget. So don't stress too much over it. But if you can have your bag packed ahead of time, it probably would be a good idea.
It's a great idea. Have it packed ahead of time. So I'm going to tell you by 35, 36 weeks, your bag should be packed, Rachel. All right. Well,
Okay.
actually, I think that's all we have for this episode. So thank you, everybody, for joining us this week, for listening to our podcast.
Yeah, and remember to subscribe to the podcast. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please consider leaving us a review. It really helps other people find our podcast if you give us a good review.
Yeah, and follow us on Instagram at MamaDocBabyDoc. And we will have another episode next week. So hope to see you all back here then. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.